dealers with all their money and their cars and the women. And they're not going to want to grow up to be outstanding citizens, right? They're going to want to grow up to be crooks, thieves, murderers, pimps, right? So in these executive rooms, this crafty counsel was taken. Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Against thy people. Thy people is God's people. The 12 tribes. So now, you look at all the 12 tribes. All the music that gets pushed out by the 12 tribes is all wicked. Puerto Ricans push out wicked music. Blacks push out wicked music. Jamaicans push out wicked music. Haitians push out wicked music. Right, so, and who has control of all those executive boards? Who controls all those record labels that pushes out that music to our people? How many black record label owners are there?
Bring it out.
How many black football team owners are there? How many black basketball team owners are there? Why are they called owners? Why is when they go to find these black young men to play in these sports, right? Isn't it look when you ever seen how they vet them so they can be put on a football or a basketball team? They make them get naked. They have the doctors look at them. They make them run in the field. They do all this in training camps, right? Isn't that exactly like what they would do with the auction block? Before you sell a slave, they have the master come over there, or the potential master, and come look at you, look at your jawline, look at your junk, right? Look at your breasts. Like, all right, how young is this woman? Is she of childbearing age? That means I can get like 5, 6, 7. Actually, at that time, a lot of our women were producing 17, 18 children. That's 17, 18 slaves. They were looking at us like cattle. That's the same thing that they're doing now with the basketball and the football. Right? They don't look at you as an individual. They look at you as an item that makes profit. Right? Read.
They have taken crafty counsel against thy people.
Against thy people, the Israelites. Read.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They consulted against the hidden ones. The hidden ones is us because we don't know who we are. Read.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Let us cut them off from being a nation. Right? God's enemy said, let's cut the Israelites off from being a nation. So, we just read the definition of Semitic, right? In that definition, you got Arabs, right? You got the Hebrews, you got the Afro-Asiatic families, right? But there's only one family that's allowed to call themselves Shemitic. And if you, as an Afro-Asiatic, profess yourself to be Shemitic, you're now anti-Semitic. Let's cut them off from being a what?
A nation.
That's being cut off from being a nation. If you, as a black person or a Hispanic person, claim to be an Israelite, they're going to run your name into the ground. They're going to take all your funding from you. They're going to make all your family members ostracize you for you claiming to be an Israelite.
Right.
They're going to cut you off. Right? Because they are not our friends, they are our enemies. Read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
That's why they call themselves Israeli. They're not Israel. Jewish. Right? ISH is a suffix. That means like and pertaining to, but not the real thing. Right? Jewish. Right? The majority of the things that you get with these Hasidic Jews is actually traced back to the Khazarian people in the Black Caspian Sea and the Caucasus Mountains. That has nothing to do with Judah, right? Or Judaism, right? All that is nonsense, right? Read.
For they have consulted together with one consent.
One consent. So all these nations have come together in one consent. All the enemies of God have come together in one consent to cut off God's people. Let's see who they are.
They are confederate against thee.
Right? They are united.
The tabernacles of Edom.
So Edom would be the Caucasian man. That is their biblical name. Right? Read.
And the Ishmaelites.
Ishmaelites would be the Arabs. That is the biblical name.
Of Moab.
Moab is the Chinese man. That's their biblical name.
And the Hagarenes.
The Hagarenes would be your Egyptians. That's their biblical name.
Gabal.
Gabal is the Africans. That's their biblical name.
And Ammon.
Ammon would be the Japanese man. That's their biblical name.
And Amalek.
Amalek would be the so-called Jewish man who still comes from the family of Esau, but the Most High made it a purpose to specifically single out Amalek. So Amalek would be the so-called Jewish man who is still Caucasian today.
Right.
Right? Read.
The Philistines.
The Philistines. Read.
with the inhabitants of Tyre.
Tyre would be your Ethiopians. So all these nations are in confederacy to cut off God's people. These are God's enemies. Because believe it or not, we also get confused. Not everybody from Africa is the same people. Who's got the Zondervan Bible Dictionary? Right? Somebody get the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. Let's prove that statement. Not all Africans coming from out of Africa, right, are the same people. Right? We all are dark, right? Because we have the same origin, but we're not the same people. Ham. Right? That's another thing. Right? Because when you look at, let's say, East India, Bangladesh people are not the same as Indians, not the same as Pakistanis. Same family, different people. Right? Arabs, right? They might look like Indians at some point in time, but they're completely separate. Right? So when it comes to Africans and Israelites, we look similar. How was Moses able to hide amongst the Egyptians? Right? He was considered an Egyptian. Right? The Egyptians are black people. Wait, when you go to Egypt, on the wall is black people. Egypt is portrayed as being white because of what happened during Ptolemy dynasty, when the Greeks, the Macedonians, had taken over Egypt. That's when it became white people. They pushed out the original Egyptians. Right, but before then, Egypt was a black area. Those pyramids have black images. Why do you think they shot off all the noses? If the noses had Caucasian noses, I guarantee you the Sphinx would still have its nose.
Right.
Right? That's how much they hate our people. That they went there and they did what's called iconoclasm. When you destroy these relics and identity to the people. Right? Read.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Page 213. And the youngest son of Noah, born probably about 96 years before the flood.
So this is why the prophets go out to our people, to make sure you have an understanding, because they're not teaching these in the churches. Noah had 3 sons, right? These 3 sons became the progenitor for specific races of people on the planet, right? So Shem, Ham, and Japheth. The Israelites come from Shem. Africans come from Ham, and you got Japheth, which would be your Indonesian people, your Samoans, your Hawaiians, your Filipinos, right? At one point in time, they were all the same color. At one point in time, because they all had the same father, right?
And one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Right?
He became the progenitor of the dark races.
So Ham became the progenitor of the dark races. He fathered the dark races, right? Read.
Not the Negroes.
But not the Negroes. Read that again.
But not the
highlighted paragraph, right? Just read that, right? I want you to be the second highlighted paragraph. Progenitor, right? Not the Negroes, right? Right? Liberians? No, Libyans, sorry, Libyans. All right. Canaanites. Canaanites would be South Africa and stuff like that, right? So here is the Zondervan Bible Dictionary. This was written by white scholars. Here it is. They're writing about the history that pertains to you, but you don't know this. That's written in their book. Because one thing, if you want to hide something from a Negro, what do you got to do? Put it in the book. Is that a
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission, minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold, from Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.